Hi, and welcome to my new series of Python tutorials. Python is a popular programming language, therefore I've decided to make some tutorials for beginners of the Python programming language. Why should you use Python? Well, the code is pretty easy to read, and it is also easy to code, and therefore these tutorials should not be too difficult to understand. Python is still getting more and more popular, even after being around for almost 30 years. You can code fully object-oriented, but you can also write simple sequential code if necessary. A little bit more about the Python programming language. Python was first released in 1991, and therefore Python is fully supported on all major platforms like Linux, Windows, and macOS. Python is a scripting language and uses an interpreter to run. Even if it creates a temporary bytecode to improve the runtime performance, it is still slower than programs written in C and C++, for example. Therefore, errors are drawn at runtime and not at compilation time, because there is no compilation process taking place at all. Another important point is that you are going to deploy your source code and not your binaries. This is in some cases very handy, but in some cases not really what you want. Also important to know is that there are quite some changes between Python 2 and Python 3. Therefore, please keep in mind that codes are not compatible between those two major versions. Well, that's enough talking for the moment, and it's time to get started. First, we're going to download the installer from python.org. Go to Downloads. And it suggests for your operating system already the correct installer to download. We're going to download it now. Done. Now we start the installer. Going over it with the standard settings, accepting the license. And it will be installed now. In case you use the Windows installer, don't forget to tick that the installer adds the Python path to the global environment variable for the path. That makes it easier later on to execute the Python scripts in Windows. Almost done. Here we go. Done. Now let's start and test the Python installation. Starting now the interpreter, and let's try a simple hello world. And that looks good, seems to work. With quit we can end the interactive interpreter. Here we go. Before we end the tutorial, quick look into the version. Here Python 3.7.4. Once again, here you can see it as well. And this is the internal Git repository revision at the time of build. That does not tell you much. For us matters more the version number here. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching it.